Hello YouTube, Robin Hood Bricks here, and it's Brick Haul O'Clock with a great big box from bricklink.com. Okay, well, as I break into this box, I've got to remind myself to get a move on because I know for a fact that there's about 3 million different parts in here that are all decorated, and if I spend a lot of time on all of them, then we'll be here all day. And I know some of you like a long video, but some of you have got lives to get on with. So there we go. Right, a very neatly packed order. Now the little phrase that I had to remind me what was in this one was Diving Bell B, and that means the second half of the parts that I need for my diving bell for the lowest level of my deep sea cabinet, the sort of highly pressurized vessel that would get lowered down kind of on a crane with some guinea pigs in it. Not literal guinea pigs, divers who are very brave, because, well, you wouldn't want it imploding, would you? Anyway, so let's see if I can locate those parts first. I think the majority are going to be in this bag because it's going to be kind of yellow and white, given the theme of my diving gang so far. The thing that's leaping out immediately actually is these Cars cargo signs, which I like to pick up whenever I see them because I can always move them onto normal tiles for advertising. They're part of a Tiny Turbo set, actually, 8198 Ramp Crash from 2010, and I just really like them. Very simple advertising. With a pair like this, maybe I could stick them on a blue flatbed truck or something like that. I've got one actually. Maybe that could be the Cars Cargo truck. I'm not sure if it's got any flat surfaces for these, but we could always alter it a little bit so we could get at least one of these on the cab or something like that, or maybe one on each side. But yeah, I really like those. Those Tiny Turbo sets have got some of the best stickers that Lego have ever made. Just generic brands that weren't sort of trying to fit in with everything else. So yeah, anyway, I pick those up whenever I can. We've got a couple more stickered pieces in white here that just say power on them. Very mucky indeed. In fact, that one on the right looks absolutely destroyed. That won't move. I don't think it's been sun damaged at one point. But I like the iconography and just the wording of that. I thought it looked like a little advert, maybe for Ninjago City or something with that logo on the top. So that's really nice as well. That one came in 8131 Raceway Rider, which is another Tiny Turbo set. So these panels are for the sort of door into my diving bell. I kind of thought it'd have a door like that, just to give it a bit more different sort of profile. And a lot of these are going to make up the structure. I think that's for a submarine. Got more of those. I've probably got too many of those now. There's a nice panel for Gravity Games with a nice advert on for sort of a Lego brand, kind of skate brand, isn't it? Extreme sports sort of thing. So that's really nice. That came on 3538, the Snowboard Border Cross Race from 2003, which is a bit of a gravity-based, literally, set where you drop one of those weighted snowboards down the course and see if you make it all the way. Be quite good fun to have a go on that set, but maybe just once or twice, and then probably it's got limited enjoyment. I don't know, at least for me. Well, I thought there'd be a lot of these panel pieces in there, but there isn't. It seems they must be in a different bag, but we do have two of the corner ones in yellow, which must be topping up, because I think I'm going to be doing the majority of my diving bell in white. So obviously I opened the wrong bag first. Let's go with this one. This one's got some more yellow in it. Oh, this has got lots of stickered pieces in. Lovely. So we've got this great big one with this sort of camo pattern on with this target symbol kind of on the top. I don't know why I really bought this actually. I can't remember if I bought it for the piece thinking that might make up part of a submarine or whether I really liked the sticker. But it's very impressive, isn't it? I think it's actually kind of the knee pad type thing of an Exoforce mech 8113 Assault Tiger from 2008. So if you think he had those for his knee pads, he must have been huge. Very cool indeed. But yeah, it's kind of interesting camo. In that sort of dark red and yellow colour. Again, it's quite badly damaged, but I should be able to repair that. Very mucky as well. Got another interesting sticker with this bull head sort of snorting away. That looks very cool. That's from another racer, this time a power racer, which is one of those sort of air-powered ones. You kind of smash a great big bellow type thing and it fires your little racer off into the distance. Kind of an early version of stunts, if you will. And the vehicle that this was on was 7968 Strong, he was called, from 2010. But yeah, that's a really nice sticker for an advert or something, isn't it? Or maybe just a sort of monster truck of my own, or I don't know, somebody's truck anyway. So that's very nice. There's this. I just wanted for the sticker, max 5 tons on each side, and I'm happy to say that the sticker's in good condition. That was on a little vehicle actually, just a little tow truck, 7638 from 2009. So yeah, I don't have that set, but I really like that. I might just move these stickers onto one of the cranes in my harbour, or just use this piece, in fact, because it's good for holding a string on, sort of arm like that. Anyway, yeah, very nice indeed. Oh, there's a great big pack of 2x2 slopes, just when I need them to finish off my massive underwater pyramid, so that's good. I might as well open those and tip them out as well, make the scene look a bit more full. Fantastic. Now I've been looking for these for a while. So we've got 4 of these panels. It doesn't really matter if they're all different or not. I'm going to be moving these stickers using my patented hot tea technique. Just to save them for later, or maybe for use elsewhere. We've got a wonderful sort of hand scanner that I've had before as well. Whoop, there's the SSP. And a sort of gauge there, broken wires and all the rest of it. But I'm using these 4 panel pieces in yellow to extend up my underwater turret, sort of defense turret, to make it even taller, or maybe to make a second one instead, to make that sort of more shallow. So we can have 2 short ones or 1 tall one. It seems every time I do a turret, I underestimate how tall it needs to be. It's just like on my castle, and it's not quite tall enough. So yeah, I'll probably play around with both options. I'm not sure I've got enough parts to do a second whole one, so I'll probably be doing the increase in height of my other one. Started getting lots of yellow pieces and Technic pieces for the sort of gantry that's going to be lowering down this diving bell. These look quite old and mucky actually, rather than being sort of bright new lovely pieces, so hopefully they wash up well. I don't suppose it'll really matter in there, but anyway, I think that's all the interesting pieces from that particular bag. Then we've got more stuff in here. Churning through it, given I thought it was going to be absolutely full of sticker pieces. Loads and loads of plates. They must have been really good value, I suppose. We've got lots of 2x10s, 2x6 in there, an absolute load, but then you can never really have too many of those, I think, for buildings and so on. They're for a Dr. Inferno build, but I'm not sure I need them anymore, because I went with an alternate piece just as a temporary holding measure, and I kind of prefer it, so... Here's another piece from a racer set, this police bulldog, and he was actually kind of the back piece of a monster truck from 8182, Monster Crushers from 2009, another Tiny Turbo set, and I guess it's just a police-themed monster truck. Again, this is very warped underneath and so on. Maybe I'll have to cut out the bulldog himself just to, you know, salvage that part of the sticker, but it might be repairable. Done a whole video on how to do it, so I'm quite experienced now. Also says turbo on both sides, so I should be able to attach those to some car somewhere or other just to make it a little bit more jazzy. We've got some bricks that say Team Super Flash, which is a fun iconography for an advert or something like that. It almost sounds like a detergent, doesn't it? They came on 8303 Demon Destroyer, yet another Tiny Turbo set. So you see what I mean when you've got all these lovely, lovely stickers. We got these tail fins. I think there should be 4 of them, or 3. There we go, there's the 4th one. And I think this is printed actually, which helps because there won't be any issue with it. And it says on it, he says, trying to read it through the screen, I'll read it in real life instead, sub-deep diving. But it's got the lovely Aqua Raiders sort of emblem on. And I thought I'd use these kind of as stabilizer fins for my diving bell actually. So all of those, or rather one at a time, came on 3 Aqua Raider sets, including 7771, Angler Ambush from 2007, which isn't the best brick-built anglerfish, actually. There's a much better one that's, is it Atlantis? Yeah, I think it's an Atlantis one. 2 of these that I got for the massive blue tow truck that I showed you the other week, 60056. It was just because the stickers were sort of perfect, I suppose, on the sides of that set as well. So I got 2 more because they were here cheap. I wasn't really looking for them, but I'm glad to see these look in really good condition. So I think a swap will be occurring there. So that's very nice to make something even better in my collection. That's an interesting multi-sided stickered brick. Yeah, they're all stickers. So we've got one that says in Japanese terrain, one that says Air Force, and one that says Army. That can't be right. That must be terrain, and that must be Army. I was trying to sort of style it out like I could read Japanese. I just I'm relying on Bricklink's catalogue for the translation, and that one says light, I believe. Anyway, they're just interesting stickers that I can move on to more appropriate pieces. Just like the fact that you've got similar ones with different symbols underneath, so that's nice. A few pennies, and I'll be able to use the piece as well. One tyre, believe it or not, I needed that particular tyre, so that'll be in a build soon. And then we've got some nice Space Police stickers for little flyers that will be hopefully making up part of my Ninjago city. I want to have, as I've said before, sort of flying traffic, like it's kind of a bit Blade Runner-y sort of future dystopia. And the iconography of the alien builds in the Space Police line are just fantastic, if you ask me. Probably with normal people on rather than just aliens going around. But yeah, so we've got this sort of skull, which seems to be the logo of the baddies in that. Golly, that's badly placed, isn't it? See the sticker coming off there, it's got lots of dirt and dust and all the rest of it, but the important bit is intact, so I should be able to just trim it with scissors when I've got it off and save that. And then I've got an absolute load of these ones, which have got sort of scrapes and what looks like blood on from some sort of horrible incident, presumably. So there's those two and these two, and all different sort of types really from when they've come into contact with something else. So that one with a skull on came from 5980, Squidman's Pit Stop from 2009, as part of that flower on the bottom left there with the green alien on with no name. And then all these ones with the bigger scrapes on, and these engines. Oh yes, now you're talking. These all came from the 5970 Freeze Ray Frenzy, also from 2009, which is the flower with cranks getting busted for doing absolutely nothing. Gah! Yeah, so that's really good as well. I really love that iconography. You see what I mean now? Oh, I've got 3 of those. Oh, wow. So we'll be able to have a few of these things flying around, no bother. And there's more of those fins as well. So I think I've got 8. You need sort of 4 for each one. So we've got at least the parts for 2. Another random stickered part. This place was absolutely crazy for stickered parts. This is great. I was just like, yeah, go on then. I'll take that as well. It's this one with this lovely little, I don't know, dude on it with a knife. And some random writing. I don't know if that's even translatable. I think this is Star Wars though. So this is from the set 7930, Bounty Hunter Assault Gunship from 2011, which is from the Clone Wars, which is a little bit of a black spot in my knowledge of Star Wars. But then there's also this nice sort of, I don't know, bit of texture there on a sticker, which I could use as a separate sticker or use separately from the rest by cutting it off if I wanted. So where that's going to go, I also don't know. It almost looks a bit like graffiti, but maybe a bit too perfect for graffiti. I don't know. So that's nice. Lots of steering wheels for sort of underwater air tanks and so on. Very nice. Ah, now I see my panel pieces. Good, I was starting to get worried like they'd forgotten them or something. I mean, they're vital. They're the whole point of the order. That's why it's called Diving Bell, for goodness sake. I don't know why I bought this. I think it was for the stickers. It's a great big tail fin, as you can tell, from the 60022 cargo terminal, 2013, which is the one that I've got hanging pretty much over the theme park, fairground, and bank and so on, that sort of corner. And it's really nice, actually. I think mine's fine. I think I bought this because it was reasonable price for the stickers, because they're lovely, aren't they? Put them on a sort of 1x6x5 panel, and they'd look absolutely grand, which means I've got a spare green tail fin if anyone needs one. Yeah, I really like these big tail fins. That recent huge plane with the sort of space for the car to go in the back and the passengers to go in the front had such a puny tail fin. It just looked rubbish. It really spoils that set, if you ask me. Why they couldn't have just done a blue one of these with a new print on, I don't know. Maybe they're complicated to build, but can't be more complicated than half the stuff Lego is just nailing every day. So I'm a bit perplexed by that. But anyway, that is cool. Let's have the stickers on the right on this. Yep, that's another piece where I just needed that sticker as a replacement for the one on 8959, the Claw Digger. What they're called, Power Miners. Yep. Underground 2009 that came from. And yeah, my one's just a bit damaged, a bit lifting on the sides. So that's another one in the sort of mild improvement pile. Lots of these in red. Now you might be able to guess what these are for, because I've got 8 of them. And if you can, yeah, that'll be coming soon. So I'll be doing that. That's a bit of an ambiguous sort of link to a future video, but I'm not going to spoil it. But for those of you who are very perceptive, you will know what that's for. So it's rare when you're looking for something as sort of hard to find as a good quantity of these, that you find something else you're desperate to get as well. And look at the quality of that. It's the barding piece for the Fright Knights. Very nice on that side. I'm going to have spoken too soon, aren't I? Oh no, it's very nice on that side as well. Oh yes. So that is absolutely lovely piece of barding there. So that came in 2 sets, including the 6047 Traitor Transport from 1997, which is quite a good vehicle there. I wouldn't want to ride in that great big thing. That looks pretty nasty. And I really like the Batlord's kind of stick, or I suppose it's a scepter with the sort of bat on a trans red pole there. That looks really good. But yeah, this is absolutely lovely. So where am I going to use this? Well, in my new castle scene, which isn't Brick Nottingham Castle. A few people have been making comments saying, oh, I don't know where that's going to fit near Brick Nottingham Castle. And I'm going to do another castle scene that's outside the city in a glass cabinet in this room, or if we do a Lego Room 2.0 in there. So anyway, so this can go on a black horse, obviously, if it's a Fright Night. And then who better to ride it than, the brand new Series 25. Vampire Knight. Now, this confused me a little bit because he's obviously a Fright Knight. He's got the Fright Knight shield. He's got the mega awesome Fright Knight cape there. He's got a sort of more modern version of the Batwing helmet, which looks absolutely great. And yeah, he's got a moustache and the teeth and focus. God, it's having trouble focusing on him. And the sort of glowing red eyes for the hypnotic glare, or not if he's more chilled out. But it's just a name that confuses me. Vampire Knight. I didn't think these Fright Knights were actually vampires. I just thought they were evil dudes. But anyway, let's see if I can do this without ruining the cape, actually. I might be having second thoughts about this. There we go. He clearly... Oh, wow. Oh, my lord. He clearly is the one who has to ride this horse. So there he is with his trans red battle axe, massive shield, awesome helmet, glowing red eyes, cloak over the back of the horse there, looking rather fabulous. That has got to be one of the coolest things you've seen in Lego for a while. Just need to turn his head a bit so we can get a better perspective. There we go. How about that? So, number one, were these guys always vampires? What's the backstory there? I don't know, but I want to know. And number two, have I just done the best purchase ever in getting this piece of barding now while it's available? Because once people see this, I imagine the price of this particular piece will skyrocket and there will be none available for anyone else. So yeah, if you want one of these barding pieces for your Vampire Knight, then you better get on with it pretty quick, I reckon. Yeah, you probably need some sort of horse head armour at the moment. The startled horse is looking a bit startled, isn't he? He's what now? A vampire? Yeah, I think it's quite comedy though, that horse expression. So we'll stick him on there. That looks amazing. This is how cool the Newcastle scene is going to be. We've got some more decorated bricks. I really liked these ones. I've got no idea how I'm going to use them. I just really like the sort of patterning and the flames on them. So these came on the Dragon Dueler 8227, another Power Aces air-powered sort of set. I'd love to have the rest of the stickers on that set actually, with a sort of dragon face and so on, but they're very nice. Got some more red ones from an Atlantis set, the Wreck Raider 8057. I've got some from Glove World, the SpongeBob set 3816. There we go, get it right. That's patterns, yep, there's a nice 2x4 tile. I've got quite a few of these now, and I need a lot of them for Under the Sea, because I'm going to have them repeating over quite a large area. They came on the 5886 T-Rex Hunter from 2012, which is a great big helicopter, where they're sort of on the wing type things. Oh, I'm just throwing it on the floor. Oh, I can see it, I've got it, don't panic. We've got a nice dish here which is from another Star Wars set, 7663, the Sith Infiltrator from 2007. And the Sith in this particular Infiltrator is, of course, Darth Maul, Luke Potter's nemesis. Yeah, his father's a Death Eater, as I recall, and that's why they called him Darth when he was little. Yeah, because it's kind of similar. That is the backstory for him. I'm pretty sure I've got that right. So talking of sort of pieces that need a very good wash, we've got the panel pieces, which the whole order was about. Got this one, XR2, a couple of times. Though the sticker's not important, though I think I'll be able to use those. In fact, well, maybe that's the new name of my diving bell, actually, the XR2. You don't want to know what happened to the XR1. Don't ask. It's not a very popular topic of conversation. And then these corner ones, of which I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wonderful. They need to go clean. They've got the nice sticker on as well for those submersibles. These all came in 1782, Discovery Station from 1997. Diver set, of course. So there's 5 of those, 4, 5. So I might be able to salvage all of these stickers. You never know. Put them on either the diving bell itself or something appropriately similar. Heart Lake News, that came from the Heart Lake News van. You'll be unsurprised to hear. 41056 from 2014. Reporting from the massive cake competition, clearly. More advertising for my news chain, because I use this as my chain of news agents and shops like that. One is in my station. You never know, might have room for another one somewhere else. I need that for my... I've got 3 of them. Future-proof for my Alien Conquest ships. That seems to be everything fun from that bag. I need these. A hair. A hair that's attached to a piece. Yick. Lean over for the bin. Yick. Wash my hands soon. Right, and then the last big bag. Now this seems to be absolutely packed and stacked full of goodies. So I'm going to take them all out here. This seems to be where all the lovely minifigure pieces are. And this is where, I'm going to have to keep up the pace, I think, because there's tons. So we've got a Cedric the Bull torso for the Cedric the Bull sort of faction. And there's probably a shield in here as well. Yep, there we go. There is the final Cedric the Bull shield as well. And both of those came in the set 6095 Royal Joust from 2000. And that can go over there. I think I've got 2 of those. I've definitely got enough of those torsos now to go with the super chromed up Cedric the Bull himself. We've got some parts for the Alien Conquest aliens, which I collect whenever I can. I think I've got a couple more in here, but I can't see them. Got some parts sold separately for some Dr. Inferno's men, which I needed desperately because I've used all of mine. Well, I say all of mine, there's absolutely a load of them, but I need even more. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 torsos of those and some legs. There's the third legs. Maybe I've got 1 short legs, don't know. We've got some really classic knight torsos there. Really good price with the old grey arms. That'll be another contingent in the castle scene. Got this full minifigure. And a banner. Look at that. So this banner is obviously the sort of lion crown knights, as I call them, because there's crowns and lions all over the place of all different types with the blue and white. Is that double-sided? Oh, lovely. So imagine that on a lance, sort of coming off the front of somebody like that. Oh, yeah, that looked really good. So that came on the 70404 King's Castle, which is a really nice castle, actually, with a lovely catapult on the rampart, which I must consider for catapulting cows or something. And I quite like the coloured trim on the top of the walls, actually. I don't know if I should do that on mine. I mean, mine's more sort of real life in a way. It shouldn't be that bright. But I definitely need more of those flaming torches that are in the walls on that set. I like those a great deal. So, yeah, that's nice. Very nice. It's double-sided and very flat as well. So that's really good to see. So this is a full minifigure called Ronin. I can't even remember why I got this guy. I don't know if I liked his pieces or what. But, well, he is what he is. Maybe he'll be one of the pilots of one of these new sort of flyers or something in my future dystopia. I guess I thought he looked future dystopia-y, if that's a word. So that's good. Some legs, more Glove World pieces with a flag with the glove on. That could be for my glove shop. I've got 2 of them, look. Well, 3 of them, crikey. or maybe it's just a huge shipment of gloves for said glove store, which I've got as part of Apollo Arcade. So that's really nice. Another flag. Now, I don't know how I'm going to use this because it's double-sided. It's got a different lion, crown lion knight symbol on one, and it's also got the scorpion of Vladek. And if Vladek's holding that and using it that way, then from behind it's going to be a bit weird there. So I don't know if it's sort of to signify some sort of tournament between the two or what. But anyway, that's quite a nice piece. I think you'll agree. So yeah. So that came in a few sets, including 8800, Vladek's Siege Engine from 2004. And it seems that the bad guys always get the best sort of kit, really. I mean, that looks really good fun, if you ask me. But, the goodies just get a really boring catapult, and then he gets a great big amazing siege engine. So then there's this assembled part for my future dystopia as well, which came on the Ninjago City 70620. Who's parted that out? That's just madness. SSP, as per. What else have we got that's interesting in here? Some number plates. I got a pair of these from 60042, as you can probably guess. That was just a really boring high-speed police chase set from 2014, which I don't have, so it's ideal for just using for the plates for another vehicle, because I don't want to have two vehicles with the same number plate. So that's really good. Got some more glove packets for our shipment. Oh, this is really interesting. I hadn't seen this before. It's like a Space Invaders game. Literally with the Space Invaders coming down and you sort of firing from behind those barricades. That's how I remember it. So this was part of the set 6868, Hulk's Helicarrier Breakout from 2012. At the top there, which I hadn't really ever seen before, and is a vital addition for my arcade game collection. I think you'll agree. Look at that. Can't go without that. I thought it'd be a bit more colourful there, if I'm honest, but it is unmistakable, so I do like it still. We've got a Foot Soldier head and body for my Teenage Mutant Ninja collection, and he'll just need black legs, which I've got plenty of, so that's no problem at all. Then we've got this torso from an old Fire employee from the set 6477, Firefighter's lift truck from 2000. And he doesn't look very fiery in a way. I mean, the lapels are really interesting, and he's got this sort of hazard striping on him a bit, but I just thought it was interesting. He could be some sort of, I don't know, self-appointed jumped up, administrator or something like that. It doesn't have to be fire related, so that's why I quite liked him. So anyway, just a bit different, one I hadn't seen before. Lots more boxes of gloves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. Torso for Alien Conquest. Another torso for Alien Conquest. Another Dragon Knight. It's the old sort of red type. And that's the one with the big red head. That's a bit different from the one where you've got the whole dragon on there, kind of doing the floss I was thinking he's doing. That was re-released in the recent Majestos Magical Workshop. But this is the one with the big head, so we get a bit of variety there. So that's good. Yeah, this store was amazing, wasn't it? There's a sort of Vladek torso for the Shadow Knights, I think they're called. We've got another dragon one. This one from the Queen, which I got before. That's nice. So this is another replacement part in a way, because the one I had, the gold had been completely sort of rubbed off, or I don't know. So this came in loads of sets, like 10223, Kingdom Joust from 2012. And this one's very shiny gold, so it'll be perfect. It's just that when it was sort of combined with the dress sort of half of it, it was almost like it was two different minifigures. It just didn't go together. And I'm sure I can use the other one just as a top in my city, done up as a corset at the back, as it is. Very nice indeed. So lots and lots of torsos that I'm putting completely out of shot, actually. There they all are. What else have we got in here? Oh, there's another torso. That's also for Dragon Knight, but a sort of dark green one with the sort of chains on the front. That's really nice. Yeah, I like that one. Ooh, golly, look at that. So I was thinking, before this guy even got released, that this would make a really good bat-shaped shield, which is hard to say, for my Fright Knights. That's why I got this. I mean, it's clearly from a Batman set, but now, well, surely his shield is better than even that. Maybe I could use it as a sort of topper for a standard or something like that, on the top of a pole with a flag on or something like that. That'd be really good, actually. I'm sort of getting my sort of Warhammer hat on, thinking about how that could be used. But yeah, that'd be good. And there's even a stud to put some sort of, I don't know, powerful gem on there or something like that. So I can still use that, I think. Oh, this is interesting. This is from a Batman set, I think. And it says incoming for some sort of, I don't know, rocket or something that's on the radar, or maybe it's another aircraft or something. That came from the 76034 Batboat Harbour Pursuit from 2015 on the top there. And I thought I could easily use that. And even with the orange colouring, I thought it'd be quite good if something was incoming to a Dr. Inferno build, which I think is what all these orange Technic bricks for. I think I've almost got enough to finish that off and show you that one. I've gone through all of those. There's a little screen. That's very nice. Dark bluish grey. I think I've had that before from the Sky Shark, isn't it? 70601 from 2016. Just a sort of almost classic space looking computer screen on a curved slope. So if I've got two of those, I can put them into something bigger than if I only had one. Oh, another one of those shields. And another shield, which is, the Night Lord one. So there we go. So we'll have a foot soldier with this bad boy, and he'll have that shield. And they go together perfectly, don't they? Old and new. Wonderful. Couldn't be better, could it? Such perfect timing with getting that barding. Oh, there's a nice piece. We've got the green armour that's very decorated from the Knights Kingdom sort of era. So this is from the Green Raskus Knight that's in 8781, the Castle of Mortia from 2004, which has a very cool scorpion catapult that I hadn't noticed before that actually fires scorpions. I mean, what? Again, an example of Vladek having the best fun toys of everyone. But yeah, I really like this green ornate armour. It makes me think of the legend of the Green Knight, who was kind of like a faceless knight who did good deeds, I think, and then sort of vanished again afterwards. He was kind of, I don't know, I can't remember. I'm going to have to read back up on that or put it in the comments section if you know the story of the Green Knight. I just thought there could be a green-helmed Green Knight all over who just appears, wins the tournament, and then vanishes again. Kind of mystical guy. But anyway, that would be perfect for him because it's just beautiful. And then loads and loads of other little bits for loads of builds. Oh, another head for a Alien Conquest alien. Oh, no, one more piece of interest has just shined through. And this was actually a bit of an investment. It was probably about £2 or £3. I know. Thank you, my lovely subscribers and my lovely Patreon supporters. You make stupid purchases like this possible. It is a bugle. And it came in a few sets. A lot of them were sort of kind of Western sets, I suppose, like 6706 Frontier Patrol from 1997, where we've got the cavalry on their merry duty. And I thought it was quite similar, or at least the most similar, to an actual minifigure trumpet piece, especially when they've got their hands over it and it's sort of the right scale to sort of bring to their mouth, and therefore it could be somebody in my jazz club. Now that does seem a bit sad to put this inside a modular, which you'll never really see. So maybe I'll have a man sort of busking outside the jazz club or practicing on the roof or something like that with this shiny piece, which is in really good condition actually, because you sort of hope they haven't lost all of their shine. And it's missing a couple of bits, definitely in the bell there. I think that's what they call that bit. Well, I don't think you'd really notice, to be honest. And jazz musicians usually have the instruments that are completely tarnished. And I think they sound better for it. The more tarnished the saxophone or something, the better it sounds. So that is an absolutely lovely piece. But that, I think is almost it. Here's another one. Just a nice little decorated slope. Again, from an Ninjago set, I think. There's the other one of those number plates. Cool. Well, that is an amazing haul. We have got the most important parts of all for our diving bell. We've got 1 million stickered pieces that all need work, it seems like. So that's going to keep me busy for a while to augment past builds, like for the Power Miners there and that pickup truck. And maybe a crane or two, SSP. The Glove World are clearly getting a huge shipment in soon. Then I've got all these minifigures, which I've kind of put over here relatively out of shot to bolster my armies of the Dr. Inferno, the foot soldiers from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, my future dystopia, the aliens from Alien Conquest, and loads of knight and queen torsos and so on as well. So that is an absolute gold mine. And then we've got loads of yellow parts for Under the Sea, the last parts for my pyramid, which I'm hoping to show you soon, the red ones for that thing I'm not telling you, banners, all sorts of other stuff. I think that is a mega haul. Well, one last piece I missed seems to be this visor, again for the Castle Collection, but from Nexo Knights. This is the Arran version. I think I've got one of all of them now. 70325, Infernox Captures the Queen from 2016. Queen Halbert, of course, features this. But yeah, I'm just going to put it on a conventional knight just for a bit of variety. So it'll just be kind of like an eyes and nose guard, I suppose. But very nice indeed it is too. So I think this haul has been an absolute treasure trove. So many interesting parts. But I try to keep it down in length. I don't know that I've succeeded. So I'm going to get straight on with the ending and say thank you very much for watching. It is appreciated. Do remember to like, comment and subscribe for more awesome LEGO videos. And if you value this channel, there are many ways in which you can support it. Do check out the links in the description below. And if you want to send something to a future brick haul, you can by sending something to the usual address. Haven't had anything for a while. Oh, actually, I do have one lined up, quite a heavy one actually, which I forgot to add to this haul, but I'll do it next time. Yeah, next time on Robin Hood Bricks, we'll be doing another build on Friday. Don't know what it is, but it'll probably involve something that came in this haul. So until then, see you! Now, if he's a vampire, that changes everything.